My journey as a resident of Earth. So I am fully embracing my mind your business era, staying out of stuff that does not concern me. And sometimes when things happen that are none of my business, I can hear my cousin May's voice in my head saying, not my pig, not my farm, and I move on. So today though, it was hard. I went down to breakfast and there was this boy there that was just being way too much. He was running all over the restaurant. He was talking to his parents from all the way across the place. It was just, at one point he almost ran into me and I had to do one of those, excuse me. Uh, he was just being too much. And then eventually he got tired of running around and being a little in the place. So now he decides that he's going to go back to the breakfast buffet and grab a piece of everything. So he started with the fruit and he would take the spoon that's in the fruit bowl, take one spoon, take one piece of whatever fruit, walks it over to his mom, puts it on her plate, and then he's laughing and she starts laughing, and he goes back and then he comes back in with a different piece of fruit. It's pretty much the same thing. One taking the spoon from the bowl and taking one piece and walking it over to her. And the whole time it felt like the parents were encouraging it because she was welcoming it and he was laughing and she was laughing and it was all, and I'm sitting there like, your child is playing with food that other people need to eat. But they weren't saying anything, nobody was saying anything, and I was sitting there saying, no, not my pig, not my farm, just doing my best to mind my business. Eventually he got done with the fruits and moved over to the cereal bar. Mind you, the cereal bar is a lot further away. You gotta walk. He had to walk past to the end of the row where they were sitting, and then the cereal bar was behind on the other side of that row. So it was several feet that he was walking, and what he was doing is taking the spoon that's in the jar, take a spoon of something, walk it again over to his mom, puts it on her plate, and anything you can think of that would be in a cereal bar was there. Different grains, different nuts, different everything was there. And he would do the same thing. He walks up, takes the spoon, and sometimes as he's walking, he's spilling things, and you could hear things drop to the floor. I was all the way on the other side of the restaurant, and I could hear things fall to the ground. So it's I don't understand how his parents would not have heard, but nobody said anything. I see other guests were in the restaurant and they looked, nobody said anything. The staff see it, they saw the thing, especially as he's dropping things, but I don't know if they just didn't feel comfortable addressing a guest and telling the guest, hey, can you control your child? Can you parent your child? But no one said anything, and I just can't. But if you know Black women, you know one thing. Many of us have learned how to control our mouths. We can resist saying certain things, but the whole controlling the face thing, we never took that course. I don't know if none of us were admitted to the class or if we just collectively decided that we were skipping that class, but none of us ever took that class. So yeah, I did my best to not say anything. However, my face was saying everything. Like I was, and it seemed like other people in the restaurant could see it. I don't know if the parents either didn't see my face or saw it and didn't understand or didn't care, but this went on for a while because, you know, on a cereal bar, there's a lot of different jars that the child can take a spoonful of something and walk it several feet across the restaurant to his mother. And then she would, you know, welcome it, laugh about it. Sometimes she would take a piece of whatever it is that he brings, she'll taste it, and they'll talk about the texture, talk about like the flavor or whatever, and she'd encourage him to take a piece or try something. And this would have been maybe potentially a nice experience or something nice if this was in their home and he was doing this in their kitchen with their food and not food that everybody else had to was going to be eating, and definitely not making a mess that someone else was going to be cleaning. But in a restaurant, it just was not right. Like, it didn't. But that wasn't the worst part. At some point, this boy took the spoon, stuck it in the jar, took a spoonful of cereal, sticks it in his mouth, and then puts it back in the jar. I don't know what happened. I don't know where it came from. All I heard was, "Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no, no, no. No, no. No." The hands in the head, everything like that was happening. And then it was like, "Sir, sir, sir, sir." It took a minute to get his attention. Like, "Sir, sir, your son just took a spoonful of cereal and put the spoon back in the jar." And he gets up and he goes and addresses the child, but the child already heard the commotion and was walking back towards him and towards the where the parents were anyway. So now that he says something or something, I don't know if it was the commotion or that the parent said something to him. So now he is upset. He is crying. So he's sitting on his mom's shoulder and she is consoling him and she is telling him it's okay, it's okay. And then they were kind of looking around, doing this like awkward smile thing. I don't know if they were looking for people to affirm their son or tell him like his mom was that everything was okay. But in what world was that okay? Was it okay for their child to be playing with food other people has to be eating? And then no, that was not okay. And then they looked my way and I just looked straight faced. Like, I don't know if you're what affirmation you're looking for, what reassurance you're looking for your son, but it is not coming from this way. So eventually they just took the child and they left. But hey, nobody was saying anything, and I don't know I don't know who said something. I don't know what happened. I was doing my best. I was minding my business. I was eating my little fruits and whatever. I just heard the commotion and I looked up and realized that the commotion was coming from that one side of the restaurant where I was sitting by myself. So I don't know who said something. I don't know who it was, but I know it. I know what side it came from. It's the side that I was on where I was sitting by myself. Yeah. So what would you do if this was you? If you're in that restaurant and you're watching this kid playing with the food on the buffet and no one is saying anything and he's making a mess because he's walking stuff all across the restaurant and spilling the whole way through, and then he takes takes a spoonful of something and then sticks the spoon back in the jar. What would you do? Because like I said, I don't know who said something. I don't know what that commotion was about. I just know that it came from the side of the room where I was sitting by myself. Anyways, until then, please, definitely parent your children. Teach them how to behave in public. And bon voyage to me and to you.